A warm welcome to Anuradha Vedic Astrology. Today we are going to talk about the aspect of Jupiter when placed in the third house as requested by Barkha Singh, one of our subscribers and viewers. So, what happens when Jupiter is placed in the third house? When Jupiter is placed in the third house, it aspects the 7th house, the 9th house and the 11th house. The aspect of Jupiter is said to be very auspicious because wherever Jupiter aspects, being the greatest benefic, it endows those houses with a lot of good qualities and uplifts the quality of the houses. What more, Jupiter, when it aspects the benefics, also brings out a lot of good qualities of these benefics. When it aspects malefics, it has the ability to subdue the bad qualities of these malefics. So, these are a few things we need to keep in mind when we are talking about the aspects of Jupiter. So, let us begin with the placement of Jupiter. We have seen what the placement brings us, but now what we are going to see or what we are going to check is what is the result of these aspects when placed in the third house as the 7th, 9th and the 11th. Beginning with the 7th house. When Jupiter is placed in the 7th house, it brings you partners who are benefic for you, partners who aid in your growth. It gives you a public platform and where you are very nicely accepted by others. What more, you can get married very easily, you can get married quickly, and you can also have a very good partner in life. So, this Jupiter basically gives you a nice upliftment in the outer part of your life. The 9th house is typically that of Jupiter's, and so when Jupiter aspects the 9th house, it definitely brings in a rise in the 9th house or the 9th house qualities. So, what are the 9th house qualities in this case? In this case, for Jupiter, we see that the learning of culture, knowing the truth, whoever has a Jupiter placed in the third house and this Jupiter aspects the 9th house, Jupiter in essence rules the 9th house. The 9th house is the house of dharma. It is the house of higher education. It is the house of traveling to places that we call as the Tirthasthana or the religious places. The 9th house is also about your going to understand the Paravidya, one which is not academic but one which is beyond academics, which is related to esoteric sciences. The 9th house is also understanding of the culture. So, whenever Jupiter aspects the 9th house, it evaluates and it brings forth those things in our life that the 9th house holds. A person can do a lot of travel, especially to religious areas. A person can also be interested in understanding the culture or knowing about the culture of other places and in turn deeply getting entrenched with your own culture. The 9th house also talks about the understanding of a person in terms of what is right and what is wrong. So, a person does understand his or her value system better. Now, let us talk about the 11th house. The 11th house is about big money, it is about name and fame, it is about associations. So, when Jupiter associates with the 11th house, it gives us a lot of name, fame and money, and it also makes us recognized on a very large level. The third house as such would be different for many people and the tattva or the element would be different. So, if the element is all about fire, in that case a person would have qualities which are different when the element is that of water. When the element is fire, a person will have a lot of gumption, a lot of guts, a lot of zeal to go forward and to move in these areas with a lot of vigor. But when the element is water, a person will do it slowly, a person will do it towards their religious and their what should I say, esoteric, or also it would connect them to their divinity. When it is the third house falls in an Arthasthana or the earth element, then it has got more to do with monetary abilities, and all these things would be done with a base of monetization or monetary basis. So, this is all about the third house placement of Jupiter and its aspects, that is the 7th, the 9th and the 11th aspect. We had taken Rajneesh Osho's chart in the last example when we were talking about placement of Jupiter in the 3rd house. His Lagna was that of Taurus and his Jupiter was placed in the Cancer sign, and from there it aspected the 7th house of Scorpio, the 7th house, the 9th house when it came to Capricorn, and the 11th house being for his chart the Pisces. Rahu was also placed in the Pisces, and he made a lot of foreign associations. In fact, his best ashram was in USA. So we can see how the elements also modulate, and the aspects, the associations do create a lot of difference when the placement of any planet is there in the 3rd house. Barkha Singh, it was again for you. Thank you. Please keep writing in your comments and suggestions for all technical reasons, and we will look into those videos. Till we meet with you again.
Please hit the bell icon for fresh updates. Don't forget to like, share and comment on the videos, and please subscribe to our channel.